when we think about energy, we think about a child. We think
Yes.
about, hey, damn spoiled lah. Why are you like that, right?
Mm,
Work is work,
mm.
Why? What? Doesn't matter whether you're energized or not. Actually, it's not true. Hi, Darren. Thank you so much for your time.
Hello. Hi, Jason. Hi. Yeah, really happy to have this opportunity to talk to you. I mean, following you on your various channels, and
Yeah.
you are an inspiration to me. I mean, your life
Oh,
hacks are a life helper, definitely.
yeah. I
Um,
always going through life hacks. I mean, I just wired that way. Since young, I always want to go life hacks. And I keep telling people, and then people's like very mad about it, So I'm like, forget it lah. I'll just share it with everybody.
yeah, exactly. And thank you. I mean, like or not, I wouldn't have learned how to unbuckle my seatbelt faster. And you talk about the core identity as well, right? The four
Yeah.
identities that you have, yeah.
Yes.
And life hacker is one of them.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Yeah, and I like I'm on your webpage as well where you have the duct tape, and I do see many instances in my life that I wish I had. A roll of strong duct tape in my in my arsenal there. Definitely, yes.
Yeah, yeah, you should, man. I mean, like we talked before this that you have kids and all that. Well, a doctor is a must, man. Repair
Yes,
shoes, repair bag, repair everything yourself.
exactly.
Repairing books with duct tape. It's always beside me. It's ridiculous, lah. People think that I'm some kidnapper that has a roll of duct tape. Just need some like raffia string and all that and cable ties.
There could be opportunities for that sometimes. I don't know. Right, but yeah, I mean, I remember walking across Orchard Street, Orchard
Yeah,
Road, and
yeah,
my shoes gave out on me on the middle when I was crossing the street, and
gone.
yeah, so that was uncomfortable. I wish I had duct tape there.
Totally, man, totally. Okay, man, Darren. So, how can
Right.
I help you?
Um. Yeah, I like someone to explore with me the situation I'm in.
Okay,
I'm going to share a little bit about
yeah,
my background.
sure,
I've been working in a company, a very good company,
yeah,
multinational company that has been a lot of history. It's been around for 100 years,
wow,
um, or close to 100 years, um, and I've been working in that company for 17 years. I remember the exact date that I started, October 25th, 2005. So,
okay.
uh,
It's
and
damn, just to share, it's damn rare to find somebody who's
yeah,
who's in this day and age, have been in the company for 17 years and is not my grandfather's age or my father's age, right? So
exactly. So,
it's
and
damn
I
rare.
do have a lot of colleagues who are, I'm not the exception. I mean, there's like 25 years, there's
Wow,
35 years. Yeah, you got the golden watch thing as well. I think that's 2 years ago as well.
wow,
So
okay,
it's not unheard of in my company, and maybe that's why uh, it's a sign that it's a good company to work
yeah,
for.
yeah,
And 2 years ago, if you ask me, I had like yeah, I mean this is it. I mean this is where I will probably be. I mean
yeah,
it's given me a lot of opportunities. So I mean I said same company, but I had the opportunity to work in different countries. So I was working like in China, working in Indonesia.
yeah,
Um, they have given me a lot of opportunity to grow myself. I mean, I've traveled extensively because of the company. I've been to places like Latin America, which
oh,
if
nice,
given my own choice, I would not go because it's a 40-hour flight.
yeah, oh
So
my goodness,
yeah.
yeah,
But I think as life goes on, I mean, when I joined the company, I was not married yet. I was single. I
mm,
mean, like, yeah, throw me out there. I don't mind camping on the streets of Paris. It's
yeah,
fine as well, right?
yeah,
But with a family, so your commitments change.
yeah,
Um,
okay,
and now after we are now coming back to the new normal after the pandemic,
mm,
starting to think about hey, that next 25 years,
yeah,
yeah, next 30 years is starting to lose its shine.
yeah. Okay, okay. So the issue now is that the question is really what do I do now? Right, I'm feeling
Yeah.
this way. I love the
Yes.
company. I just feel a little bit stuck.
Yes.
Right,
Exactly.
okay.
You're right.
So
Hit it on the head.
if you were to think about it, then if I were to just ask you to think about all the things that energize you in the company right now, right? So
Yeah.
specific tasks that energize you, right? And then there are also tasks on the other side of it where tasks drain you, right? I'm not
Yes.
talking about competency, I'm just talking about energy level,
Right.
right?
The
So for the things that energize you, are you still doing it?
Much less now because of the pandemic.
Okay.
So what really energized me is the travel. I mean, even though it conflicts with the family commitment, but I do
Yeah.
like that opportunity to meet our customers, to go out to meet different people from different cultures, and be able to share, and what I feel that I share helps them in their everyday work
Right.
with my company. So that is really valuable. And of course, I haven't traveled the last 3 years,
Yeah.
and everything's been done through Zoom or Microsoft Teams online, and there's an element lost there. I mean, just yesterday, which is something else that energizes me as well, is that I was asked, because I'm seen as like someone as a senior in the company, right?
Okay.
To give a few words of inspiration to up and coming leaders who I guess hope also stay for another 17 years. And it was done through online.
Right.
And yeah, I was trying to get them to create an open atmosphere like what we're having today.
Yeah.
Say like, yeah, please, it's quite common for everyone to mute your mic, right? But actually, we're only a group of 10, right?
Yeah.
It's quite cozy, and I'm sure that if you were in real life, we were in, let's say, the boardroom, right, in a big meeting room. There's no mute button,
Yeah.
right? It's we're there, we're face to face. I can see if you want to pick up a cup of coffee,
Yeah.
or you want to go out to the bathroom. Right now we have to, right, excuse me, I need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then there's this feeling of we're not forcing you to stay online there.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm missing. So
So you're energized by travel. That's one thing. You're
yes,
energized by so you still give a few words of inspiration. Hopefully they will stay on as for 17
yes,
years as well.
yeah.
So for you then, what is it? Is it more of you feel that there are things that you're energized but you're not doing anymore, or is it more of like is it more of the interest has waned? What is it for you?
Yeah, I think I like this connection to people, and being on the ground, going out
Yeah.
to meet new customers.
Yeah.
And I feel that the next 25 years, I just see that opportunities for that will be getting less and less, because as you move up the,
Yeah.
the hierarchy, then it becomes more policy making,
Yeah.
more inspiring, more adjusting behind the scenes kind of thing, but not
Yeah.
making a direct impact. So yeah, that de-energizes me
Okay. Okay.
to convert real life into numbers. So and a lot of what I do is also modeling business metrics, business numbers, right, into a model so that we can make a decision.
Yeah.
And that part, luckily, is more and more being delegated to a back office team to do the crunching. So that's the other thing that de-energizes me. And I come from my generation where numbers and math and science is considered like good. I mean, if you can do mathematics, you can do science, you're considered smart. So there was a decision when I was in Sec 3 where you need to decide whether you go to the science stream or the art stream.
Yeah.
Right. And because I'm good at studies, so I went to the science stream. It was like no brainer. Right. And then after you do the science stream, then you go to A levels, then you go to university, and it's science, math all the way. So I'm a trained engineer.
Okay. Okay. Right.
And I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No, I'm actually, I have to be quite honest. Like at A levels, then it's like herding cows. The school that I was in was trying to see how many we can groom towards or push towards like the top ranking university, because that will build their stats, right? They'll come out in the newspapers so that they can attract more students, and that cycle continues basically. Yes. And so I do well in math and science because I only doing math and science in A levels,
Right.
since I didn't do the art stream, right? And so end up the options I felt was a bit narrow. It was engineering, it was some physicist or whatever, right? And it felt like, yeah, the from university all the way to work is all like, because numbers,
Yeah.
and yeah, but that is not something that I like. I can do,
Mm.
but I
Yeah.
don't like to do.
Right.
Yes, and I've been doing that for 17 years now.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness, are you serious?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, like, it's always been,
Okay,
yeah. I
okay.
mean, my first role. Yeah.
Okay, so if I ask you from a skill, I always like to use a ruler in coaching. The ruler helps us
Yeah.
to take away all the vagueness. So when it comes to
Right.
the energy ruler from scale of 0 to 10, when you just think about numbers, 10 being that you feel very energized, your heart sings, you feel like, wow, sparks joy like Marie Kondo, that kind of thing. That's 10. 0 means like you feel like,
Right.
wow, kryptonite to Superman. You touch it, you like kind of like, wow, it sucks the life out of you. And this is
Right.
about energy. It is not
Yeah.
about competency.
Right.
Right? I can be damn drained, but I can do very well because I put in 4 hours instead of the other guy who's
Yes.
talented that's putting in 1 hour. For
Right.
numbers, maths, all these things for you, from a scale of 0 to 10, what is it?
I would say it's about a 4.
Okay, yeah, then you're totally doing something that you're not supposed to be doing.
Yeah, it's a 4 because I think that when I think about numbers, I can switch off a part of me,
Yeah,
and get the job done. Yes.
right. Yeah. So, um, it's scary. So if you just think about this whole idea of a quadrant, right? There's a quadrant where
Yeah.
there's x-axis and y-axis. X-axis is about energy level, right?
Yes.
Higher energy, low energy. Then the y-axis is about competency. You looks
Right.
like you are in high competency, low energy,
Yes.
right?
That's correct.
I call that hollow endeavor.
Aha. Okay. Yes.
And I also call that the professional trap. And a lot of people, not only
Yes.
you, are there. That means you wake up one day knowing that you can close your eyes to do your work, but
Yes.
your heart doesn't sing. You're there because you are responsible. You are the go-to
Yes.
guy. You are everything else, but it doesn't mean that you are flying. You're an eagle that's
Nope.
running, but not an eagle that's flying.
Correct.
And the very funny thing is that our bosses, our team members will never ever see that. They will see you as Darren, the person who loves numbers, good at numbers. We should give him more opportunity to do numbers.
Yes. At least the numbers part of the work. Correct. I mean, I'm dependent on to deliver the numbers, of course, and a lot
Yeah,
of my work, the low energy work,
mm,
is to convert the numbers for reporting, and that's what I read, which I need to do every month to explain
right.
the numbers.
Okay, okay. So if you think about it, then we want to go into the other quadrant.
Yes.
And the other quadrant where is high energy and high competency,
Yes.
and what I call primal greatness.
Okay.
It is something that's just very innate. It is using your natural talents.
Yeah.
It is like an eagle that first started to it's an eagle like that's either starting to fly or already has flown.
Yes.
You know how it feels like. It
Yes.
feels natural. It feels a little bit less effort. When you're carrying that task, it doesn't feel heavy. It feels light,
Yes.
right?
That's what I'm
So if
searching
I
for.
yeah, so whenever we talk about careers, it's always the idea that do you know specifically what is your primal greatness? And primal greatness is always about high energy, high competency, where people can go to you
Hmm.
and when they request something for you, you feel your heart is excited. It's energizing.
Hmm.
So when you think about this, one exercise you can do is to actually, I'll send you a form where it looks at all these four
Right.
quadrants. And I do this a lot for careers.
Right.
These four quadrants about where you will list down the things currently
Yes.
that you're doing in each of the quadrants.
Yes.
And the funny thing about it is that to be fulfilled in life, we
Yes.
need to understand that we are built differently. You are built very differently from somebody else. Your peers can love numbers. You look at that person, you may think that, okay, this person is just, okay, he's just like that. It's not you.
Yes.
So
Correct.
what we want to do is to be very clear about the specific task that you do,
Hmm.
right? And that's going to be your arsenal. The task that you do that is energizing and high competent,
Hmm.
and the task that you do that's energizing and low competency as well,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
right? That quadrant, low competency, we call it misguided output.
Yes.
That means there is a chance for you to bring it up to primal greatness. And why is
Okay.
primal greatness so important as that quadrant? Is because See, the funny thing is that your boss and your co-workers might tell you that, hey, Darren, not true. I think you love numbers,
Mm.
right? They can tell you that
Yes.
point blank, but they are wrong. And you are 100% correct when it comes to energy ruler.
Yes.
The x-axis, you own the x-axis.
Yes.
The
Correct.
y-axis, however, you don't own it. Your
Mm-hmm.
boss, your co-workers, the market owns it. They will tell
Mm.
you whether you are shit at it, you're
Mm.
good at it.
Yes.
So the y-axis, however, unfortunately, management and leaders,
Yes.
they only look at the y-axis for most people. They never
Yes.
care about the energy level. They will never ask you, Darren, when you're doing this Excel or report, how long do you take? They'll never ask you that,
No,
right?
as long as it gets done by the deadline, correct.
Yeah, but you are up there at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. doing that report
Yes.
that drains the heck out of you,
Yes.
and nobody knows that. They just see your good work and it's like, wow, okay, great. So they
Yes.
assume that you love it.
Yes.
So that's the danger. So when we think about this, the first thing to do is do the exercise, right? Then you know specifically what are the tasks that energize you and drain you.
Mm.
Then you have this thing called leverage because now you have no idea whether or not to carry on with the company and
Yes.
help them understand that, hey, actually, I'm really great at these things. Is there a role that I can play that do more of these things?
Mm.
Then you don't even need to leave, right?
Yes.
Because now you're feeling more and more energized. The second thing, if really worst case, sorry, we can't really do that, while everything is frozen and things like that,
Yes.
then the other option is always looking outside,
Mm.
right? But when you look outside, the danger is that you're going to put in your entire resume of all the things that drain you as well.
Yes, that's right.
Because why?
17 years of.
17 years of draining. Wow, that's a really long count shit, man. So if we put that in the resume, guess what happens? We are perpetuating the same thing that's going to happen for the next 17 years.
Yes. Right.
So you put experience, 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 and it's drain, 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 drain. And every now and then you put in something that's energizing. And
Correct.
guess what? You will find people that will ask you, oh, you're so much experienced in this. Competency, the
Yes.
y-axis.
Correct.
Darren, I think you should be suitable in this role. Of course I'll be suitable in this role, but I would die there.
Yes.
Internally, I will die there.
Yes. Correct.
So the other option is that when you are so clear about the task, very specific task that
Mm.
you do that energize you, then you are able to actually present that and start to rebrand yourself. If we talk about resume side, right, outside,
Yes.
rebrand yourself. Actually, no, it's both sides. Once you have a conversation, once you know this, you can have a
Mm.
conversation with your boss, with your
Yes.
HR, and say that, okay, these are the things that really I feel. We never say that, oh, I feel good about it, and that's why we do it.
Right.
That's why I want a job as that. We never do that because why? HR and your boss doesn't give a shit about that.
That's correct.
It is always the value add to the
Yes.
company.
What's the productivity? What's the efficiency exactly?
Performance. So when you
Yes.
brand it, when you talk to about this, it's always about I feel I can contribute the most in these areas. It's never about, oh, I feel energized, that's why I want this.
Mm-hmm.
Because energy, happiness,
Mm.
very hard to quantify. So
Yes.
most people don't give a shit about it.
Yes.
So when we brand this, once you do this and you brand it internally or externally, it's
Right.
always about this. I feel
Mm.
throughout my 17 years, I have known that this is my greatest value add to any organization,
Mm.
external or within the organization. These are things that I will value add so much. And the conversation is never about bad to good. The
Okay.
conversation is always about, yes, I can do all these numbers things and I'm good at it,
Yes.
but you haven't seen greatness.
That's right.
So you help
So.
them understand that there's good to
Mm.
great. There is a 9 upon 10, there is a 10 upon 10.
Yes, that's right.
And for them, it's always about performance, productivity, results.
Okay. Mm.
And no boss or HR would turn that down. If you say that you can contribute so much more to the organization if you do these, hey,
Mm.
it's a no-brainer for them. They want to be able to explore. It doesn't mean they will give it to you, but they want to be able to explore. I pause
Abs-
now for a while. Just any your thoughts so far?
that's the worry I have because I think I've been suppressing myself, doing the tasks and in fact I realize now that when I bring up and manage my team and I'm trying to
Yeah,
guide them and mentor them, I will
yeah,
just say that like all work there's always a portion that it sucks, You know,
All work. Every
yeah,
single person has things on the other side, which is the draining part. Everyone.
exactly. But I think that for my portion, then I would even say that if the work is, like 50% suck, 60% suck,
Yeah,
that's the way it is. Just do it and then suck it up and do it.
yeah, yeah,
And that's what I've been doing for so long, right? Telling myself that, yeah, I mean, that's part of the job. I mean, it's, you don't like it,
yeah.
then you probably leave it to the last minute, and then, because you can do it, but you don't do it well because, it's just to get it out of the way, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
No, so the funny
and
thing is that you can do it. People might think that you do it well,
yes,
right? But
exactly,
you know
yes.
that you don't push it. You don't push that barrier. It's almost like if I ask a sprinter to do a marathon, they just something is not right,
Yeah,
right? They can do
exactly.
it, but it's just that they don't
There's
have
something
that thing called,
lacking, yeah.
yeah, that flow.
Exactly.
Don't have.
Correct.
Yeah,
Exactly. Like, I mean, I like, if I'm like playing sports, then, okay, I don't really like it anyway.
yeah,
So I won't push myself to break past my limits,
yeah,
yeah, okay, and I won't even care. I'll be like, uh apathetic to, like, okay, yeah, so I lost, okay, who cares, I lost the race,
exactly.
okay, it didn't really matter to me anyway.
Yeah,
But the challenge I have now is that, because I've not, talking about the energy exits, like I do identify tasks that energizes me, like, for example,
yeah.
like, talking to customers, and
Okay.
helping them, like connecting on a more human level,
Yeah.
individually. So I know their names, I know, what really matters to them, right? And then, I connect with how I can help them, give value to them,
Hmm.
to individuals. And there was not many opportunities to do that.
Right.
I took the example of, if I was asked by the company to fly to, Bolivia in
Mm.
South America, and that was because, one, I'm the go-to guy because I'm the one person that knows, the most about the operations.
Okay.
So I was sent to fly 40 hours to South America to conduct a training, because they cannot afford to fly too many people, right? So they
Yeah.
fly me only, and
Mm.
and they trusted me to give that, and that was super energizing. So I was meeting people from, like, Venezuela, Ecuador, Trinidad, Tobago. You
Mm.
have this very piratey kind of English, the Creole kind
Super
of
cool.
English, like,
Yeah.
what's up, man, that kind of thing. And so that was really, really, like breaking cross cultures. I mean, some of their English was not so good. Having a
Yeah.
meal with them, learning about, what is their, what makes them tick, right?
Yeah.
And then standing in front of the room and giving them training,
Yeah.
and feeding off their energies. That to me is what I want to spend more time
Right.
doing,
Yeah.
actually.
Okay. So one thing is that you're absolutely right when it comes to opportunities. See, when you
Yes.
don't know what is energizing or draining, everything is together. You just look at competency, right?
Yes.
And that's the previous 17 years. You just look at competency. I'm good at it. My
Yeah.
boss feels that I'm good at it. Hey, this is work. We're grown-ups. Let's just do
Yes.
the work, right?
Correct.
Yeah, because when we think about energy, we think about a child. We think
Yes.
about, hey, damn spoiled lah. Why you like that, right?
Mm.
Work is work,
Mm.
Why? What? Doesn't matter whether you're energized or not. Actually, it's not true. The very
Yeah.
funny thing is that if you want to be the number one in your industry, the best of the best,
Right.
you need something you need to leverage your unfair advantage inside here.
Ah, unfair advantage. Interesting. That means something that,
That means
I
you
just
innately
excel. Yeah.
already, yeah. So give you an example, when you talk to different cultures and all that, you feel
Yeah.
energized. We're not sure whether that's
Yes.
really something energizing. It could be something novel. That means like
Ah.
first time you eat
Okay.
laksa, it's like wow, so cool.
Yes.
But you eat, I
Mm.
give you laksa 20 bowls. If the 20 bowl you still say you like it, then I guarantee that you like it,
Yes.
right? So everything must
That's
be
true.
tested by time.
Mm.
So we're not sure yet.
I like
If
that.
I give you like
Yes.
5 other cultures to talk to, and you really love to talk to different people and cultures, and you appreciate that uniqueness of each culture, and you do it
Yes.
so many times, and you still say it's
Yeah.
energizing, Jason, then it is energizing.
Okay.
So it has to be
So I need to
tested.
find more opportunities. Yes, to
Yeah.
test it as well.
So in
Yes.
the past, what should have been done in the 17 years is that always identifying energizing and draining, and always
Right.
having conversations with your boss in HR. Um,
Mm.
there's this. So when we talk about the bottom part, which is highly energized but not competent, below
Yes.
average. Those are the
Yes.
where misguided output. That is where we talk about opportunities. Hey boss, I
Okay.
actually overheard that you're sending a team to this place.
Yes.
I know it's a little bit out of my job scope. I really want to be able to learn. I want to be able to
Yes.
expose to that because that might be something I am quite interested in. On
Mm.
top of the things that you're already doing, if you can help your boss understand that I will still do my work, but that's something of a stretch project I want to be able to discover myself, then those
Yes.
misguided output, then you start to be very clear. Oh, I tried this out. I tried this out. Actually, no. I thought it was something, but it wasn't. Then you put it under that side.
Okay.
So you keep testing. Then, for me in my life, I've gone through 32 different jobs and businesses. 32.
Amazing.
I don't think you find anybody else. So I'm that crazy about trying to figure out
Yes.
exactly what is energizing. But the funny thing is that imagine this, that your whole life you eat chicken rice, right?
Yes.
Whole life you eat chicken rice.
It tastes
That's
nice. Yeah.
I love it also, right? But the thing is then if you don't taste other things, you never know what's your next go-to food. What's the food
Correct.
that you enjoy? Same thing as a career, same thing as a job. You can never, I can, no, but somebody can sit down beside you and tell you all the textures of laksa, you will never understand it.
That's correct.
Same thing. I can tell you everything about this new job that I feel
Yes.
that you will love, but when you taste it, you will know the truth. So at this point of time, if let's say option A is carry on with the company, it is to
Right.
keep asking for opportunities where you
Yes.
feel energized,
Mm.
right? Find opportunities where you overhear a project, where you sound,
Yes.
you kind of like, oh, I'm part of this project, but I'm only doing this part. Can I go to that team also and sit in or do that part as well?
Yes.
So you're
Okay.
always tasting different foods. Oh, so if one day is laksa, one day is tasa sour fun, one day is high everything else.
Yeah.
So every time you're
Okay.
tasting, you are clearer about the doors to close.
Mm. How do I know that if because there's not enough time to try everything, right? Because
Yeah,
then
not enough time.
so that there must be a certain way to at least choose like okay what type of range to try.
Mm,
I mean like I don't think I have the courage like you have to try 32 different. Although
understand.
I only tried one, but then
Yeah. So, it's the same thing. If I ask you go to hawker center and I ask you like, what's your favorite food, and you only eat chicken rice, in your
yes,
heart you know that you cannot say anything,
uh-huh,
right?
true,
So it's really the idea of how badly you want this.
okay,
And if you want it very badly, then there are some things that definitely need to be sacrificed. That means you might be working even more.
yes,
Because why? You're stretching, these are all stretch,
yes,
CCA, ECA kind of projects, things that is outside of your scope.
yes,
But you need to test it out. If you want to really be fulfilled and really leverage on the things that's inside your talents, your unique talents and strengths, you need to test. So,
right,
what do you test first? You test for the very first thing that energizes you. You feel that for all the five opportunities I have, my boss
right,
has given me five opportunities. From a scale of 0 to 10, see which one is the highest number.
okay,
And then just go for that one first and taste it. And you feel that, okay, I quite energizing. Oh, actually, no, it sucks. Then you go to the next one, go to the next one. The
right,
thing about it is that whenever we look for opportunities in an organization, we think about visibility, pay, promotion,
yes, correct,
right? This is going to be good for you in the long run. But that's corporate talk,
yes.
right?
and,
It is
and
not
not
about
really in
you.
line with what I want because I mean I've never sought visibility as well in the company.
Yeah, but for them, they will always say this is good for you for your next one.
Okay.
Because the
Yes.
assumption is
Yes.
always
Hear
that
that a
everybody
lot.
wants to be promoted, right? And hey,
Exactly.
this one is a good project. This helps you get visibility for this region
Yes.
and all that.
That's the carrot. Yes.
Normal, always normal. And then
Yes.
we bite that carrot and then we like,
Yes.
what the heck? So
Yes.
it is for the five opportunities that you have, for
Yes.
example, they will tell you this is the best for visibility. This might be
Yes.
the worst for you.
Mm.
Very, very worst one. This might be the most draining of draining. This is, so for example, this is like come up with 20 Excel spreadsheets every day, that kind of thing,
Yeah. That
right?
sucks.
But wow, visibility damn good. You could talk to the big boss.
Exactly. Yes.
So
I had exactly those opportunities. I'm gonna.
normal, totally
Uh,
normal.
yes.
So, but then what do? If we're not clear about our own, we don't even audit ourselves in terms of the
Yes.
energy level, this looks like the best option. It's the most logical option.
Correct. It
So
is very
now,
logical, yes.
from this point onwards,
Yes.
now we look at it in a scale of energy level.
I see the point, yes.
And the reason is not so much of pay and promotion. The reason is for you to close doors in your life so that you
Yes.
can be clearer and clearer for your next 20 years. And it doesn't matter whether it's this company or next company. You just need to be so clear and audit your own life about, okay, I tried this out, this is not. Tried this out, this is not. I thought I liked this is not. But this one, the fire continues on
Right.
again and again. Then you find more and more opportunities for this one, open that scope up.
Yes. And that's not very natural. I think like when people in companies, they want you to stay in your lane,
They want you.
right?
Yeah.
And they I mean, even I tell my staff, when they say, oh, I want to try something else, no, I want you to get me that report done on time. I want you to get your job done on time,
Yeah.
right? Or I will predefine a lane for them to drive pretty much.
Yes.
That, okay, I
Yes.
think because I have a need there, like I need them to do that job. So
You need
whether
a
they
hammer.
like it or not, yeah, exactly.
You need a hammer. You look like
Yes,
a hammer. You jolly well be a
exactly.
hammer because I'm your boss, and that's
Or at least
okay.
I think you won't break up when I start
Yeah.
using you as a hammer. Yes, I mean, even though
Exactly.
you might be a screwdriver, but yeah, screwdriver is pretty tough, right? Yeah,
Yeah. So you can actually use a screwdriver for a hammer, but then it's always a solution based. We're trying to fix
yeah,
things. So in a company,
yes,
it's always we have an engine, we have 1,000 parts. You look like this part, you go in there, and then you
correct.
just grind yourself to a point where you look like them more and more. Um,
Yes,
the issue there is that old school way, old school,
yes,
this is no issue. Our parents' time, our grandparents' time, no issue at all.
yes, correct.
Now, you ask that to be done. Um, Similar to you, the younger generation is even more sensitive to this idea that
Yes,
I am a screwdriver. What the heck am I doing as a hammer?
yes, you're
And so
right.
what happens?
Exactly.
There will be a lot of attrition, a lot of issues with retention.
That's correct. That's happening. Yes.
Normal. And what I see in the next 5, 10 years, there'll be a lot of job hopping to a point where HR just has to be, instead of being like, wow, this guy job hopped too many times, I'm a really bad employee,
Yes.
right? To a point where, hey, wow, HR is, wow, this guy job hop, he's really sincere, genuine about trying to figure out what he's good at.
Correct.
So it's going to be a
That
shift.
yeah, that sounds not. We're not there yet, I think, and that sounds
Totally
quite
not there yet.
like yeah.
But
It
it will
sounds beyond
happen.
the horizon. Yes. Okay.
But it will happen because it's the same thing. In university also, we won't give a shit about people in university with a degree anymore. We give a shit more
Yes.
about portfolios in the future. If
Yes. Correct.
you can show me real life examples that the market wants your service
Yes.
rather than the
What have
damn
you
bloody
done? Yes.
degree.
Mm.
That
Yes.
means, for example, you're doing sales. Oh, I sell basketball cards, and since my
Yes.
sales, I've been doing this. I now have a team and all that. Oh my goodness,
Yes.
I want you in my sales team rather than this guy
Exactly.
who's did an MBA, has zero sales background, nothing. I'd
Yes.
rather choose this guy.
Can do a great presentation though, probably about sales.
Yeah, not only that, but there's results.
Yes.
So when we talk about
Correct.
portfolios in the future, it's the same thing. There's a shift when it comes to hiring people also. It's no more about that idea of that, okay, I have a very nice degree, something ABCs behind my back. It's about portfolio. I've done this before in the real life. People have paid me money, and that's
Yeah.
why I will be a great service to your company. I would hire this guy rather than this guy.
Oh, then you could even argue that companies in the future might not be important so much anymore because I mean, let's say, let me take the analogy that you gave, right? Like I'm trying different contribution in different areas in my
Yep,
company, but some of those areas contribution might be not specifically linked to my title or my
yep,
role. You might be doing completely something
yep.
else, right? Maybe I'm like working with helping the homeless in the company as part of the corporate social responsibility program or something like that, right?
Could be.
And that's not part of my
Yep.
role. So then, does it really matter? I did that in which company? It doesn't really
It
matter,
doesn't
I
matter.
thought.
So
Then
the companies of the future, to actually hold people and retain talent,
yes,
the movement
yes,
within companies needs to be a little bit more flexible.
yes,
If not, let's say you,
yes,
do I want to keep you? If I'm your company, of course I want to keep you lah. You've been there 17 years. My God, right? I want to keep you.
mm,
But if I'm not flexible as a company to say that, Darren, I understand that you want to try certain things. Okay, we actually have this. I'm willing to be able to give you like stretch projects and all that. If you don't, guess what
yes,
happens? You just go outside
yes,
lah.
yes. Someone else will need to give me stretch
Yeah,
projects and
somebody else
yes,
would do that. And then I just lost somebody who already knows the ins and outs of my company,
Yes.
who already has enough network and influence to be able to get things done
Yes.
like that, right?
Yes.
So
Correct.
why not keep him? And if the only way to keep him is for him to actually explore different things, then I better have a system where people can really explore.
I see your point.
Yeah.
Yes.
So coming back, the main thing to do at this point in time is to audit yourself. And once you audit
Yes.
yourself, ask for opportunities where you are able to taste different food
Yes.
and
And track the
and
energies.
you
Yes.
track the energy level from a scale of 0 to 10. And make sure that those things that you track are the things that energize you, you pay more attention to, and open up that scope. Okay, I enjoy talking to people who are from diverse backgrounds. Okay, so that's one. Could be, right? It's a theory, it's an assumption. We haven't tested it with time yet. Then let me try. Okay, so let me try with another project that's similar to that, or let me try about, oh, okay, maybe I'll do this. There's something about that as well. Then I test to a point where you're kind of discovering it. Like, how far is that scope when it comes to talking to different people? Oh, I don't like talking to different cultures when it comes to policy making. I hate that. Oh,
Yeah.
but I enjoy talking to people when it comes to somehow being able to develop them and grow them in a certain area and
Yes.
educate them. Oh, I
Yeah.
like that about that. So you
Yes.
start to niche to a point where you're so clear.
Uh-huh.
Make sense?
Right.
And this is the
Yes.
beautiful thing. It doesn't mean that there's only one thing that you do. There can be five different things that
Uh-huh.
energize you. It is not that one path. It
Right.
is many different paths that
Okay.
keep moving around.
Okay.
So when you go, so give you an example. For me, I was basking on the streets of Orchard Road, right? I was basking. I write
Ah.
my own songs. Me and my best friend Mark, we're there basking and all that. Sheikh Haikal actually interviewed us because we are like, what are these two guys doing there and all that. If Sony Music came and signed me up, I would not be here now. I'll be
Okay.
touring as a
Yes.
musician and I'll be enjoying my
Right.
life. It just so happened
Right.
that I didn't have that opportunity. Could I have been a
Yes.
musician? I could have. Does it fire up things that,
Yes.
because it helps me connect with people, it helps me to help them to bring out something about them? It does.
Yes.
Then, as
Yes.
a performance coach, I have more opportunities opening up, and that's why I'm here now. So, your life, think of it as, I don't know whether you watched Doctor Strange Multiverse yet. Have you watched?
No, but I plan to.
Yeah, I also plan to. So, your life in your career, it's
Yeah.
a multiverse.
Yeah.
In depending on the different opportunities, the doors of
Right.
opportunities that open, you
Yes.
could be somebody who's totally into culture,
Yes. Correct.
helping the company with all the cultural aspects, inclusivity and all that. Could be.
Yes.
It could also be about educating. You love to teach people certain things.
Right.
It could be also about, yeah, many things about, oh, maybe about, I enjoy innovating certain things. I always have, if you love life hacks,
Yes.
similar to me,
Yes.
you're always trying to find a shortcut. You
Yes.
try and find the best way possible,
Correct. Ah.
right?
Yes.
Then you could be the guy that goes in, sees a system, and says, this is
And hack
screwed
it.
up,
Yes. Yes.
hack it, come up with 4 steps to take out 4 steps,
Yes.
save $1 million,
Yes.
save 20,000 hours, and you are that kind of guy that is a systems performance hacker.
Yes.
All these things are totally viable in the next 20 years for you. It just depends on what opportunities open up.
Correct. And
So
because
don't need to limit
opportunities,
yourself.
mm. Because
Yeah, go ahead.
opportunities are not decided internally, it's decided by the external factors as well.
It is the market. The
Yes.
market kind of tells you that yes. So success is what? Preparation meets
Yes.
opportunity, right?
Yes.
So preparation for our mind, preparation is not so much of preparedness, but more of innate talent.
Right.
Your innate talent meeting opportunities gets you success. If
Right.
I love writing songs and music, but Sony didn't come to me, I didn't have
Yes.
the opportunity. I love hacking things and performance,
Yeah.
and companies came to me. I am now a performance coach.
Mm-hmm. So how do you, because we only have a limited amount of energy to to taste new
Yep.
things, right? Yeah, I mean things
Yep.
that it might energize you, but then after a while, when there's no opportunity, then that you will also use up that limited energy that you have. So that's to me also my concern. I mean, and I feel of course that I'm now running a bit behind because I've
Yep.
always been working on the competency scale, right? That okay,
Yep.
just do more things that I know that I can do and I can deliver, and also
Can do well.
gives me the opportunity, yeah, do well, and gives me the opportunity to progress in the career.
Yep.
But
Yep.
then I sort of suppress the things that I find energizing.
Yep.
Yeah, even if I given certain like small chances to work with it.
Yep.
Um, how to know whether to like persist, like no, that's what really energizes me, so I'm going to take
Mm.
my limited time and then focus
Yep.
on finding more opportunities to like take your example of like how do you know that to not just persist and continue basking in Orchard Road right
Yeah.
until or maybe in Orchard Road and then I don't know other roads as well in Singapore
Yeah.
until finally that you do a breakthrough. I mean, but
Yeah. So that is a question that it's a seasonal question.
okay,
What we can do as a farmer, we can sow the seeds. The weather is something that we cannot control.
right.
Sometimes it doesn't come, right?
Ah,
So it depends on how much your will is to carry on with that while you're
mm,
trying other things. And sometimes you don't need to try just one thing, right? You put all your crops that one crops, maybe you die. Because
mm,
if you actually open up and says that, okay, I'm going to try culture, I'm going to try educating, I'm going to try performance hacking as well
right.
within my company, then of all these things, hey, actually one of the things that people actually they want more of, then you just go with that. You go with wherever the fire is, and you don't
Okay.
know. You can try one, two times, and then you feel that I'm not sure. Nobody in the company at this point in time, the company is not looking at this. They don't really bother about cultural aspect that much. Then that door is
Ah,
closed for you. Then you have
ah,
two other doors: educating and innovating, and performance hacking. Oh,
right,
then you go with that. So whatever there is fire, and you know that the fire inside your heart doesn't go away.
right.
It just doesn't. It just keeps burning and burning. It is the emails that you open up first, rather than the emails that you
Ah,
open up last.
yes.
It's the
Mm,
things that it's the task that you look forward to. I'm excited about that meeting compared to I
yes,
dread that meeting.
correct.
So your emotions are the clearest way to understand what your innate talents are. Because
Okay.
an eagle doesn't need to know, he kind of just knows that when he's running, very meh. But when he's
Yeah.
flying, everything just clicks. It's like, wow, everything is like supernova.
Yes.
So find ways that you can keep trying different opportunities. However, because you're so ingrained into something already, for you to
Yes.
move out, imagine you've
Yes.
been digging 17 years into one
Correct.
one area of expertise.
Yes. You're right. You're right. I mean,
To
it's like
move out,
mm, it's painful. Like it's like I've been sitting in one position, a very
yeah,
uncomfortable position, very long, and then
yeah,
trying to now move to a new position. That
yeah,
muscles is like it's already stiff there, right?
exactly. So
Because
you're
you've
eager.
been
My picture on my mind is you're eagle with damn big muscles on the legs.
exactly sitting down
No, not sitting down. You think you're an
or
ostrich.
standing up. Yes,
Everybody
exactly.
wants you to be an ostrich. You're running around like crazy, but you're an eagle
Ah,
with damn big muscles on the legs, and your wings are extremely atrophied, very small,
exactly. Correct. It
right?
hurts to move them. Actually,
Yeah,
yes.
but when you move, the funny thing is that your wings will come back really fast. Anything that
Okay.
energizes you, you kind of click it. And the funny thing about it is that the
Mm,
one of our concerns will always be, so if I do this new thing, I have to
yes.
learn a lot. I have to learn a
Yeah.
lot. I'm lagging behind.
Correct. I
I
see all those in front of me, right? Yeah.
exactly,
Exactly.
they're so much better and all that. Guess what? If you're innately talented in it, you will beat them in no time
Mm, okay.
because your mind is already wired for that. You will see nuances about certain things that people will not see
Right.
because you are talented in it.
Mm,
So for a soccer ball in front of Ronaldo, he's
mm,
talented in it. He will see
mm.
nuances about things that we don't even see. Maybe his corner of
Yes.
his eye is damn sharp. He knows exactly where everybody is. You know, that kind of thing.
Yes.
He knows how to strike. To another person who is a defender, maybe that's not
Yeah.
something that they look at. They don't look at those opportunities. So it's very different. So
Correct.
don't
Okay.
worry about the thing about, oh, I'm going to take a long time. That journey of learning is going to be
Yes.
enjoyable, and that's beautiful.
Okay. I see your point. Yeah, that really hits home actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
So think about it. When you're younger, the subjects that really you look forward to, you didn't really need to
Mm.
study,
Yes, that's correct.
right? It's
But
went in.
I did well. Yes, but I did. The more I did well in those subjects, the more I was moved along the path of least resistance, basically, to be
Yeah.
where I am now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
20 years later.
But then also when you think about in the company when you first started a career, first 3 years, first 5 years, the things
Yes.
that came naturally to you, you didn't really need to study, but you saw your peers struggling,
Yes.
and we always have this thing. Hey, Darren, so wow, you did this for a very long time, is it? And you always say, no, I didn't. I just started off. Those are the clues to the talents that you have, the things that you innately learn faster than everybody else, the things that you innately have the fire, the energy level. These are clues
Yes.
to the things that you should be banking on. You should be betting on for the longer term. But
That's true.
because 17
Mm.
years of digging to
Yes.
move that, it's not going to be a 1 day thing.
Yes. You need
It
to
might be a
climb a bit.
two,
Yes.
three
Mm.
year thing to be able to
Okay.
slowly shift, to be able to
Okay.
gain that competency where people says, hey, I think Darren has been doing these 5 projects.
Yes.
And I think, yeah, we actually have a need here. Maybe we should try to transition him out. Because why? You go to
Yes.
your boss, I like doing this, they'll be like, screw you, because like you have no competence.
Correct. Exactly.
So you need
You're right.
to
Exactly. Yeah.
prove it. And so that 1 degree every month, slowly, you're able to move.
Yes. And the energy levels would be like sort of like the guiding post, basically. Say, okay, I'm
Yes,
now moving in the right, I'm digging out the right way, basically,
yes,
digging towards the
yes.
right direction. Yes.
Yes, and
Okay.
you can dig 5 things, and it's all
Yes.
energizing. You just
Yes.
keep digging to a point where you know the bedrock to a point where you cannot go anymore. Let's say we
Yes.
talk about A. We're still
Yeah.
staying in your company, we're
Yes.
digging, and what? This is like solid rock, cannot dig
Right.
anymore. Because why? Policy, company has done this before, not doing it
Correct.
anymore. Whatever it is,
Yes.
okay, you have 5, you close one, you go to the next one, and you keep digging. And
Okay.
after a while, you will see that there was maybe one or two more. One or two
Okay.
that you can continue digging. The company appreciates it. There is an opportunity for you to move.
Okay. So don't dig until another bedrock and then give up there, because there should be other opportunities also, that no one is built to have only one
No one is built to have
energizing
only
thing.
one. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So I
Okay.
could have been, yeah, I could have been that. I could have been so many things in my life. I could
Yeah.
have been a logo designer. I really enjoy design.
Cool.
Really enjoy. So you ask me to do logos and all that, all whole day. I enjoy it a lot. So I could have been
Right.
also, but just same thing. My talent, but
Yeah.
opportunities, the door wasn't there.
Right.
And that's it. So think of your career really as Doctor Strange multiverse. Then you don't so hard up like, wow, I'm banking on this one thing. It must be this one thing. No, it's not.
Right. Yes. That's true. I mean, the pressure is time, of course, because I mean,
It is.
now
It
if I'm
is.
starting to, yeah. But so I mean, like, of course, I cannot go back to talk to myself like, 15, 20
Yeah.
years ago, right? I said, okay, please remember to find
Cannot.
other direction to dig as well,
Yeah.
based on what you feel is energizing.
Yeah. Unfortunately, cannot. So, but when we think about it, Darren, 17 years is a long time, but the next 25 years is a bloody long time.
Long,
It's even
exactly.
longer.
That's the last important part, actually.
Yeah.
That's
So do you want to be 25 years of doing shit? No lah, of course we don't want. So we need to keep putting that investment of time, effort, of self-discovery.
right.
Cool?
Thanks, thanks, Jason. That was mind blowing.
Any other questions, man?
No. I mean, you've given me a lot of I mean, things to chew on now, exactly, and you probably need to sit in my hole now to
Yeah,
like marinate.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's very normal. What you're going through and the people I coach, it's just very normal because management, just to share, management is very archaic. That means very, very old school, very ancient. Management is about
Yes.
you sitting down, just doing your job
Yes.
and not complaining.
Yes.
That's it.
And
That's
and
the
that's
most beautiful management for
and that's what I
management.
fear I become as well, because I mean, naturally progression, after you spend enough time, you naturally tend to, just because opportunity is there, right? Maybe like
Yeah,
my boss decides to go back home, or
yeah,
then that spot is there, then it's
yeah,
a put up, right? And then
yeah,
you end up having to probably be faced with the same pressures to think that way.
Yeah.
That I need to
Yeah.
get the job done because my boss at top of me is asking for
Yeah.
results. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But it's a very different landscape. So the future landscape is really the idea
yes,
that our employee and our staff, we need to
yes,
see it more as our clients.
yes.
So companies need to see it as clients.
Mm.
If we don't
So you
see it
need to
as
give
clients, we don't see it as
yes,
engagement, we don't see it as there's a need for a concierge service where we want to understand what's happening to each person, and that's
mm,
HR's role, and HR will actually become more and more, what do you call it, individualized,
yes,
then we're going to lose a lot of talent.
correct. Instead of converting people into numbers and
Yeah,
putting into different boxes.
yeah. And that's old
Right.
school. That's okay
Yes.
for the old
Mm,
economy.
yes. Yeah. Poor
Or,
performer, mid performer, high performer. Yeah, they're all
yeah,
boxes basically.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. All right, man.
Hey Jason, thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, for this.
Most welcome. Really hope I helped you. Passionate about this, and yeah, I'll send you the thing about the what you can fill up, and
Yeah.
use that as your guide to be able to audit your own job. Then
All right.
after that, ask for opportunities. Cool.
Thank you.
All right,
Great.
man.
Hey, thank you so much.
Most welcome. Take care then.